Hello, my name is Cormac Allen. I am Assistant Head of School at the TU Dublin School of Architecture. I manage the TU831 BSc Hons in Architectural Technology programme alongside Kirk McCormack, who is our programme chair. I have prepared this presentation called Towards a 2050 Carbon Neutral Society to give you some insight into the architectural technology discipline and the great opportunities that lie ahead for you in your careers, both in terms of employment and postgraduate opportunities. When you are considering a career as an architectural technologist, it will help enormously if you enjoy applied technical activity, that is to say, learning by doing. Our programme is very much aligned with practice. How you work in college will prepare you for how you work in industry. As you all know, it is important in life that you enjoy what you do. It's also important that you're good at what you do. It is very important to say that architectural technology is different to architecture. You need to get to know the differences, so take time to research your options and make sure that architectural technology is the right choice for you. By the way, I am myself a graduate of the Architectural Technology programme, having studied in Bolton Street between 1980 and 1983. While I went on to study architecture in later years, I have always seen my architectural technology qualification as my professional foundation. I can say with confidence that if the current opportunities for honours degrees and postgraduate qualifications in architectural technology had existed when I was in college, my career path would have been quite different. So all I can say is that it's a really good time to study and embark on a career in architectural technology. So, what will your career look like? As you anticipate leaving secondary school and as you think about your career path, it's useful to reflect on the societal challenges which lie ahead and how these will impact on your career and employment opportunities. As we all know, society must respond to the challenges of the climate and biodiversity emergency. This will be made all the more difficult by continuing population growth, which will rise to nearly 10 billion by 2050. Society will continue to need buildings and more of them due to population growth. New buildings will be designed and assembled differently using technologies which are currently in their infancy. Existing buildings will require renovation to meet energy performance targets as part of our journey towards a carbon neutral society in 2050. So, the future will be, without a shadow of a doubt, both technological and digital. It will care little for conventional status, but will reward those who have the skills to use technology and embrace ongoing change. It is clear to us all that our lives are increasingly impacted by technology. Within this, I am certain that a career in architectural technology will be both sustainable and rewarding, whether as an employee, a practice owner, or as an entrepreneur. I would like to try to give a sense for how your career will unfold over a period of time, from today to 2050, when most of our incoming students will be 47 years of age. To put this in context, I'm already over 57 and still have plenty to do before I retire. You have your whole lives ahead of you as we journey into the uncharted waters of the 21st century. With medical advances and increased life expectancy, you are likely to be working when you are over 70. Your professional career will extend over the next 50 years. During this time, you will witness and be part of huge and extraordinary change, the likes of which we have not seen. If you were born in 2003, you are the same age as Greta Thunberg, a prophet of our time. 2003 was also a year which saw the commencement of a war, the consequences of which continue to be felt to this day. In 2020, when you were 17, the European Nearly Zero Energy Building, or NZEB standard, became law for all new buildings in Ireland. This marked a hugely important moment for the Irish building industry. NZEB means that buildings will have to be designed and built to much higher standards of construction. This will have an impact on your work as an architectural technologist on a daily basis, and we will prepare you for that challenge. The introduction of the NZ standard was also a really important development in our collective journey towards a low energy and carbon neutral society. All going well, you will start college in September 2022 and will spend 4 years in TU Dublin studying for your honours degree. We have an engaging studio-based programme which combines traditional modes of learning with emerging technologies, and we do a good job in preparing our students for the challenges of real life. Having completed 4 years in college, you should graduate in 2026 at the age of around 22. By then, the Internet of Everything will have exceeded 100 billion connected devices, leading to a trillion sensor economy, which will drive what will be a data revolution. As graduates with high-level skills in data-driven building information modelling, you will be very well placed to benefit from the opportunities that this new world will offer. By 2030, at the age of 27, having spent 5 years at the front line of practice, you will be experienced and professionally qualified. You will have played an active technical role in the greening of the built environment. Driverless cars will be the norm, incentivised by carbon tax and powered with clean energy from PV panels on people's retrofitted homes. The world will be consuming less meat, and if not, we'll all be in big trouble. In 2040, at the age of 37, you will be in a world with a population of nearly 10 billion. That is more than 2 billion more than 2021. As a highly skilled technical professional, connected on a global level, you'll never be short of work. And in 2050, at the age of 47, you will be in a carbon neutral society. That's the plan anyway. What all this means is that you'll be very busy and well employed, provided that you embrace technology and make it your own. Completing your studies in architectural technology here in TU Dublin will be a vital first step in this. So, what is an architectural technologist? To use a definition and some technical jargon, architectural technologists are technical designers who are skilled in the application and integration of architectural and construction technologies in the building design process. That is to say, they are technical professionals trained to play a leading role in the increasingly complex technological design process which drives contemporary architecture and building. Within the design team, they specialise in the technical design, detailing, specification and digital information modelling of buildings. They have a central focus on statutory compliance, that is to say, making sure that buildings comply with the building regulations. To fulfil this duty, architectural technologists must have the ability to satisfy technological, environmental, accessibility and sustainable performance requirements of the brief. That's a bit of a mouthful, but over the 4-year period we help our students to develop the skills necessary for this increasingly important professional role. So what kind of work does an architectural technologist do? To give some sense for this, you might think about a building such as the Tate Modern Art Gallery in London. On the surface this seems a simple building, a cubic form clad in brick with one side crimped. But under the surface lies a myriad of technologies and materials. A deep excavated basement supports a complex concrete structure. This in turn supports several layers of secondary structure and cladding systems, all designed to achieve high levels of thermal and environmental performance. As a modern art gallery, the building also includes highly sophisticated passive and active ventilation and air conditioning systems, all of which are carefully integrated within an overall architectural design. The realization of this architectural vision requires highly detailed technical design and coordination. This is the territory of the architectural technologist, who works alongside architects, engineers, surveyors and contractors in a dynamic, multidisciplinary, collaborative and technological design process, with the cloud-based virtual building information model at its core. And the bottom line is that you need to understand building technology to give intelligence to the digital model, and that is the opportunity of the architectural technologist. And what does a 21st century architectural technologist look like? To help you give a sense for this and hopefully to inspire you, we have uploaded lots of really interesting TU Dublin Architectural Technology graduate profiles on the Dublin School of Architecture website. These are located in the People section and show you how our graduates have risen to positions of leadership in the building industry, many with postgraduate qualifications in areas of technical specialism. In my next presentation, I'll introduce a few of our graduates to give you a sense for what kind of opportunities and careers lie ahead for you all. You'll find these videos on the TU Dublin School of Architecture YouTube channel, which can be accessed on our school website or on www.tudublin.ie.